Hey guys, it's Callum here, and today's video is going to be on the runes and masteries for Darius, top lane. So basically, Darius is a strong bruiser type champion, which means he's going to need plenty of armor, and he does physical damage, which means he's going to need physical damage. So I'm just going to go over these really quickly, and these are the ones I use for Darius, since I'm currently maining him at the moment, so I thought I'd better share with you guys. So currently, mine are a little bit more abstract than you'd normally see. Normally people just go with flat out attack damage quints on him, but I like to go with a little bit of lifesteal as well. So at the moment I've got two lifesteal quints here and there, and so that just gives you a little bit of an advantage early game with just farming up generally, because I tend to go with Doran's shield straight away, so it gives me quite a bit of health regen anyway. But just when I'm farming on the minions, it's just handy to get that little bit of extra, and generally keeps you a little bit higher than your enemy champion in line, so that's quite handy to have. And just as you'd expect, you just got flat out attack damage quints, sorry, marks even. And basically these are just the standard stuff really you'd expect on any Darius player really. Then it's literally just seals of armor, that's all of that, because you just need plenty of armor because you're a bruiser type champion. And then we move on to the greater glyphs, and these are, I generally have I think it's 8. Yeah, I think it's 8 magic resist glyphs I have, and then just to be a little bit different, I have just the one greater glyph of attack damage as well. So that's just it's just kind of my little twist on things. It doesn't really do too much, but it's just there and it gives you that little bit of extra, so every little bit counts. And then for my third quint, I actually have just straight up attack damage, so it gives you quite like a nice all-rounded bonus. You've got a good bit of defense, armor as well. You're still putting out good physical damage, and it gives you that little bit of life still, which could mean the difference between winning or losing your lane, basically. And now we'll move on to the masteries. Now the masteries I use for Darius are 10 and 20. Now often you'll see 9 in offense and 21 in defense, and it's basically the same either way. It doesn't really make too much difference, but I just prefer 10-20 just because it makes my life a little bit easier, I think. So we've got 1 in Summoner's Wraith, then 4 in Fury. And this literally just, if you want a pretty decent Darius set up with the masteries, just pretty much copy these. These do really well for me. As I said, I'm main Darius at the moment, and this is just generally what does well for me. And so it gives you a good mix of outputting attack damage and all that, as well as a little bit of health regen and good amounts of armor, especially for tanking various minion waves and things at early levels. So it's just quite handy when it comes down to it. It gives you all sorts of cool stuff as well, since Darius is quite like bruiser like. He does tend to pick up quite a lot of health throughout, so you get various things like the Veteran Scar, which gives you a little bit of extra health, and the Juggernaut, which increases your maximum health by 4%, so you just upgrade that fully, and things like that. They just give you that extra bit of tankiness and things like that. So, and this bladed armor is quite an important one for Darius, I think, because it deals 6 true damage to any minion or monster that attacks you. Now sometimes in top lane you're going to be forced to stall various minion waves, and as Darius that means you're going to be under a lot of attacks from minions, so that can actually be quite handy, as minions are basically killing themselves while they're attacking you. And so yeah, it's pretty simple, to be fair. There's nothing too complicated with everything, so just simply 10 and 20, and then I don't bother with the utility because I don't find any of them useful on Darius as a whole. So these are just my runes and masteries for Darius top lane. If you enjoyed the video, flick a like and have a nice day. Tonight